This week, we continue our reading in The World Must Know. When you read the purpose of the assignment, you'll see that we are now focusing on concentration camps, death camps, those who are in hiding, those who tried to save those. Once again, it's going to be important for you to keep track of key dates and times to add to your timeline. The other assignment, the main assignments I should say for this week are to, and let's bring that up, the calendar, are to read the second part of The World Must Know. When you do that, make sure you follow the supplemental links and videos that I have for you. Also on September 15th, you need to post to the discussion board. The discussion board question is mainly a reaction that I'm asking you to have to one event that you have read about. By now, you probably are overwhelmed by the atrocities that happen, by the reaction of the world to what was going on in Germany. You probably have a lot of questions and a lot of misgivings about our government and other governments and their responses. I'd like you to focus on one of those reactions that you're having and post it to the discussion board. When you refer to the links and when you refer to The World Must Know, please be sure that you use MLA documentation to cite where those came from. Again, you will follow up to 2 people. Choose the 2 people directly below you. If you're at the bottom, you're going to take the top 2. If you're the second from the bottom, you're going to take the one under you and the first one at the top. The second thing that you need to work on is adding all these informations to your interactive timeline. Again, you can drop this in a Dropbox for me, and I will look at it again if you wish. In Unit 1, or excuse me, in the first unit where we read The World Must Know, I was very insistent that you add the timeline to the Dropbox because I wanted to be sure that you're on the right track. If you received your timeline back and I said you were on the right track, you may or may not want to post this time. If I gave some constructive criticisms and you've made some changes, you may want to post just to be sure that you've followed my directions. If you did not post in the first unit that read The World Must Know, I would definitely encourage you to post to me to the Dropbox line 1, both parts of it so that I can take a look at it. I'm here to give you feedback, and I can't see you to be able to know if you're confused about this. That's why it's very important for you to get back to me if there's a problem. As always, if there are questions, please let me know. Thanks. Hello again. In Unit 1, you were exposed to many of the images and videos of the Holocaust era. I am sure many of you, if not most of you, or all of you, were upset by the images. They are not given in this course for their shock value or for voyeurism, but they are there for you to understand the magnitude of the tragedy. Hitler was able to convince the people under him and the nation that the Jews were the cause of Germany's problems. It's a very complex issue as to why Hitler decided to blame the Jews. Parts of it we will never have answers for. That's why we will read, though, The World Must Know, the first part, the Nazi assault, to try to gain a handle on what it is that caused such a nation to take on genocide, to actually try to wipe out a whole religion. The main portion of this assignment, after you read the book, is to create a timeline. Directions for the timeline are at the Microsoft site. Read these directions carefully. You might want to print them out and be able to begin your timeline using these directions. These are the technical directions how to do this. The actual assessment criteria tells you what needs to be on the timeline. And I would suggest that you would print this out also. This is the assessment criteria for the entire timeline, which will include sections 1, 2, and 3 of The World Must Know, Night, and Isabella from Auschwitz to Freedom. The actual timeline is not due until October 15th, but what you are to work on this unit is to work on the part of from the Nazi assault from when Hitler took power to the outbreak of World War II. I am not collecting this timeline unless you wish to send it to me through the Dropbox so that I can comment and give you directions on it. Please be sure to make sure you look at this assessment criteria. As you read, you're going to want to jot down important names, dates, and events. So please make sure that you do so. I would hope that all of you will take advantage of turning in the timeline to the Dropbox so that you can get some specific feedback from me. Thank you.